She goes, my mom is Wonder Woman. And then the parent would look at me strangely, not recognizing me, and I would go, every mother is a Wonder Woman.
What is up, everyone, and welcome to Moms Can Wine Too. Today, our wine is a special wine. This is from the Bingham family Vineyards. It is called Short Rose, and it is a sweet white wine. And I haven't poured it up yet, guys, because if you're watching, I wanted to show y'all this gift I just got. It is a wine glass that says Moms Can Wine Too. I don't know if y'all can see it, but get a little closer. Yes, T, eat it up from one of my best friends. Amen. This was a birthday gift that she gave me this past weekend. And we're going to go ahead and start getting into our update, like our life update, y'all. So this past weekend was my best friend's birthday, the one that gave me this, and we ended up going to Austin for her birthday, and we had an amazing time, y'all. We went to wine tasting. We did a little cute outing when we had cowboy themes, so we had our cowgirl boots on, cowboy hats, whatever. It was super fun. But y'all, the wine tasting, 10 out of 10, highly recommend motherfucking baby. We went to 3 of them, right? And each one we tasted about 4 to 5 wines. So imagine that, y'all. We on the second wine, like the second winery we went to, fried. And I don't know why, I did not expect it to go like that, y'all. Like, we were fucked up, but we was having so much fun because they also had 2 couples with us. They were celebrating anniversaries and we were celebrating a birthday. So it was just really cool vibes. Even though the people at the winery, like half of us, we were cool, but the other half just loud and common. Amen. So they kind of were looking at us crazy, like, oh my gosh. But at the same time, we were having a great time. And the wines, I would say the Bingham family Vineyard was my favorite set of wines that we tried. That's why I bought one, so I could have it for y'all today. If y'all ever decide to go to Austin, go wine tasting, I highly recommend go to the Bingham family Vineyards, okay? And Short Rose, but all of their wines are really 10 out of 10. So highly recommend. And yeah, it was really a beautiful experience. Something I really kind of want to do more consistently. So that way I can build up on my knowledge on my wines and, share that with you guys. Because of course, that's the whole point of everything. And yeah, baby, because we most definitely need this glass of wine today. Because if you don't know what today is, it's Tuesday, November 5th, 2024. And it is our presidential election day. And I woke up anxious, baby. My eye was twitching as soon as I woke up this morning. So I just been on 10 all day, trying not to pay attention for real. I just want to wait till the end to find out the final results. But I really hope y'all use y'all power and y'all privilege to go out there and vote, because not a lot of people, have that advantage to do that. So I'm gonna leave it at that, because I'm not gonna talk to how I've been talking to people all day. Because I don't want y'all to be like, oh, it's getting crazy, but just know it's been some serious shit today. And that's why we're going to work all day. So I'm going to keep it cute, simple and cute for y'all today. What else is new? And nothing, y'all. Like I said, I went to Austin this past weekend. I had the time of my life. But it's most definitely time for a reset. I'm ready to go home to New Orleans. I'm probably going to be out there for 2 weeks for Thanksgiving, because we have an entire week off. And I don't have class after Wednesday. So I'm probably going to go home from like Thursday to like a week and a half almost. And I'm super excited because I'm end up probably filming out there. And that should be fun. Y'all get a taste of my New Orleans people. So yeah, we're going to see how that goes. But yeah, everything else has really been cool. I got a tattoo, y'all. I'm not going to show y'all. I'm not going to tell y'all what it means, because I want to actually save that for the On Wednesdays Wear Pink episode, because it has a lot of meaning. I'm going to just tell y'all the backstory on that episode, but I do have a tattoo, and I'm going to show y'all next episode. I was so excited. I was thinking about telling y'all today, but I'm like, because it correlates with our next topic for our Wednesday We Wear Pink episode. So we're finally going to have that this month, next week. Make sure y'all tune in. And yes, we're going to go ahead and get into our wine of the day. But hold on, let me sip this first, because y'all, I just poured it up because I wanted y'all to see the wine glass first before I put anything in there, okay? 10 out of 10, y'all. This is, let me see. I forgot. Like I said, we were drunk by the time we got to this winery. So I cannot remember like all the details that he gave us about this specific wine, but it's not the sweetest wine that he gave us, but it's like in the middle. It's really, really good. Like if you were a fan of sweet wines, I highly recommend to try to get this one. I'm not sure if you can order it, because there was another wine that I wanted to get. It was a Moscato, the best wine that I had that entire winery trip. Anyways, but they had a Moscato, but he was like, I couldn't buy it because I wasn't a member of the winery. So I was like, okay, let me just settle for something else. But most definitely, they have extremely sweet wines that are really, really good. And I feel like they would really go well with your desserts, like very sweet dessert wines. 10 out of 10, okay? Highly recommend. So, anyways, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get into our topic of the day. And I know I tell y'all this every week. I am super excited about this topic for real, because we can relate to this so much as upcoming adults now, because we're entering a new era of understanding our past and healing our traumas, something that I constantly talk about for real. But I kind of wanted to go in from a different angle, because I seen a specific TikTok, and it was it's a trend that's going around. It's like, the audio, I forgot how the audio goes, but it's basically like people are saying like, oh, in about 15 years this person is not going to be here anymore, or you're like, something happens to the relationship, the situation, the person, whatever, and they're using the audio and they're saying things. And there's one specific TikTok that someone did to that audio. He was just like, it was a video of him when he was a baby, and he was like, in 20 years, I think, you're going to be so depressed and so lost. And the next like thing that he had in there, or no, it wasn't even the next thing was crazy. It was the next like TikTok that I saw. Somebody posted a book. Or was it a book post? Let me see. Or maybe somebody was just typing stuff. I don't know. But they were saying how as you approach adulthood, that nobody really prepares you for the things that you're gonna encounter in adulthood, basically negatively. So let me just read it, or maybe not, because this is very long. So it's just like basically saying the constant loss of friends and lovers and identity. And I feel like that comes in with parenting as well, because as parents, we tend to like to shelter our children from the negative aspects of life, because it's like you don't want to expose them to something too early, and then their life goes into shambles. But I feel like if I were taught a lot of things about the negative aspect of life when I was a younger child, a lot of decisions and routes that I would have taken as an adult would have been very differently. Like I would have been able to prepare for certain things if I knew that these things were going to happen. It's just like the conversations do not happen. And it's like, as parents, why? Like, what is the reason? Why are we holding back on exposing them to the truth? Because it's going to affect them in the later on stages of life as you're becoming an adult, because now you don't know how to process this type of stuff. Like as a child, yes, you need to understand that the world is not easy. The world is not fair. It's not fun all the time. You're going to encounter the most detrimental situations, things that you're going to be exposed to traumatic things, and not just, things that occur in your life, but the things that occur in other people's life. Like imagine, I realized this when I'm going to, y'all know what I'm going to school for forensics. And I think about this all the time. Is like, am I really going to be able to handle the traumatic things that I'm going to see? And once that thought crossed my mind, it's like something I have to prepare myself for it, because it's just like, that's your life. That's what I wanted to do. Like, that's what I want. That's my dream. And I'm not going to stop till I get there. So it's like, that's my end goal in life for real, to be a forensic pathologist. So I have to prepare myself for everything that's going to come with that. And I wish that I kind of would have known more about that growing up, instead of being sheltered from the real world about how things can get really violent between people, and how everybody does not grow up with the mental capacity as others, or the mental stability as others, because it's just not how life works. Life is not always going to be fun and fair. And I think that is one of the major things that we should start to incorporate into our parenting skills for real today, because it's just it's a sad thing to constantly see everybody, especially people my age, like we're young, we're 20, 21, 22, 23, even like, I hate to say like categorize it just for the younger folks, like younger upcoming adults, but like people in the late 20s, like having to go through depression, all of because they were sheltered from what to expect from life, you know? And now that we are a new generation of parents, it's just like open up that door to exposing your children to what's right, you know? But it's all about the approach, honestly. I feel like that's something that our parents lacked for real, because it is some things are too overwhelming to understand as a child. It's like you're not going to understand. So of course I'm not going to tell you this, but at some point you have to I hate to say dumb it down, but dumb it down enough for them to understand like, hey, this is what you're going to be handed when you get to this certain aspect, this certain stage of life, right? And I want you to be able to keep an open mind about the things that are happening around you, because it just can't happen to everybody else. It can happen to you as well, right? And I feel like that's very fair, because like I tell you all the time, children did not ask to be here, and it's our job to make sure that they are educated and aware of all the things that occur in this lifetime, because if nobody is there to teach them, they're going to have to learn on their own. And now we're going to be stuck with another generation of depressed and sad and unenthusiastic and just chaotic as people, when it really can just be prevented with teaching them things. So I wanted to break down like maybe some ways we can go ahead and get into teaching them, and the right age range for sure. But I also hate to put the age range in the category as well, because everybody's child develops at different stages, and their understandings are very different. So it really is based on how your child is learning and how they're understanding things. But I honestly say, in the early teenage eras, when they're starting to find themselves, they're becoming interested in certain things, relationships and, friendship breakups and friendship gainings and all that kind of stuff is really starting to affect them. I think that's when it's the fundamental time to really have those conversations with them, because it's just like, okay, you are entering a whole new branch of world. Like, you're not a child. Like, I mean, you are a child, but you're not a baby anymore. I know sometimes we had to say like after they turn 4 or 5, they're not kids, but we know for sure, like up until the point where they're approaching puberty and stuff, like, come on, they are babies, like whatever. But when they become into that preteen stage, I feel like that is the prime age to start having those conversations about, hey, look, I want to be super honest with you about what this world is going to be like for you, okay? And it's all about how you make it, how you want it to be. But also, it's not just you living on this earth, it's other people as well. And everybody's not raised how you're being raised. So I need you to be cautious and be aware of what you're going to encounter when you walk in this earth without me, or without me being by your side every step of the way, because you have to be independent. You have to make decisions for yourself. You have to explore. You have to make memories. You have to make relationships. You have to do all these certain things by yourself. And I'm not going to be there to dictate everything for you. You have to be able to pick this out. And I want you to pay attention that everything is not going to be perfect. You are going to fail. People are going to hurt your feelings. You are going to feel miserable. But you must understand that there is always a light at the end of the tunnel. Ooh, look at my fucking up tunnel. There is always a light at the end of the tunnel. So make sure you remember to keep pushing. It's okay to be down and sad for a couple of moments, but remember that you have the ability to pick yourself up and keep it pushing, because don't let what everybody else has going on affect your life, because guess what? Time is not stopping. Time is not stopping for nobody. So you got to keep going. And I feel like just that little simple thing, it can go a long way. Like, maybe it might float in the back of their heads until they're able to realize, until they present a situation to where it's like, damn, I need to apply this. Like, I just lost my best friend. I just got in my first relationship, and I seen him hooked up with another girl at the lunch table. Oh, I'm sick. I'm hurt. I'm depressed. I'm want to listen to Kiss Call or whatever the new kid's gonna be listening to. But excuse me, I'm sorry, y'all, but that's it right there. Just being able to open that door for conversation and understanding, because it's just like, then they're always going to come to you as a mom or a dad, if you're listening, with open arms. It's like, okay, mom, I need your help because I feel lost, not being able to understand, the dynamic that just happened between me and this situation or this person. But yeah, I knew it was going to happen because you told me to prepare myself for the negative aspects of life. Like, yes, cling, cling, cling. Like, it's just a good thing because think about it as an adult or at the age that you're at now. Like, think about the things that you wish you were taught about life. Like, I wish I was constantly told, like, hey, like, everything is not going to be okay. Everything is not going to be okay. It's just like we kind of like the trauma dump or project on children's like, you're blessed, you're living in such a blessed life, you need to be grateful, da 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 da. But yet still be prepared for things to go wrong, for you to be at the bottom of the cave, or what is it, the well, the bottom of the well, when the rope is broken, no water is down there and nobody's hearing your cries. You have to be ready for that, to come up with a plan to get yourself out and keep it pushing. Amen. Does that not sound reasonable? Like, y'all tell me if I'm being a little too rough for a child. But I feel like that's a very valuable lesson, because there's a lot of us out here lost of not knowing how to handle situations, not even knowing how to handle a disagreement between someone, because we're taking it too personal, not understanding that people have different perspectives and different aspects and ideas and beliefs and thoughts and feelings. Like, it's not like we're taught that. We're constantly taught like, hey, just be kind to the people around you, da 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 da. Like, the simple stuff is just like, have real conversations with your children, y'all. I beg. It's gonna show up so differently in their generations, for real. Their life is gonna be so different and so lively, because they're gonna be able to understand that this is what I've been expecting my entire life. Is like, not everything that glitters is gold, right? We've been told that phrase, but we never understood what it meant until we got there, and then it was damn near too late to understand because by the time we got there, we don't know how to handle it. So yeah, that's really it. As far as like that's concerned, like, don't shelter your child, for real. Don't hide them from what the real world has to present to them, because it's not going to do anything but hurt them in the long run. Honestly, like, sheltering them is going to hurt them in the long run. It's going to hurt the people around them. It's going to hurt you. It's going to hurt their loved ones, their children. Like, don't do it. Like, come on now. We're aware of what the real world has to present to us, especially as, minorities in the world and all those different type of topics. Like, there's so much you can learn in the school system, because things have changed. Like, the things that they're learning now is not what I even learned. I was in high school, not even 4 years ago. Like, I ain't been 4 years yet. Like, hello, times are changing. So it's up to you as a parent to project the right things onto your child, as far as educating them about people and real shit, honestly. Y'all know I be losing my chain of thought when I be thinking and rambling. But yeah, that was really just the gist of what I wanted to get into today. But another thing that I wanted to address as well, in regards to this topic about, preparing your child for what the world has to offer, is helping them understand how sometimes it's not going to make sense. If that makes sense. Like I said earlier, it's just like understanding everything from different perspectives and different, backgrounds and thoughts and beliefs. When I said that, it's just like helping your child understand that it's not going to make sense in your mind, because that's their mind, right? Is everything that happens around you is just results of how people have been going, like how they've been raised and how they've been growing up. So it's just like, I'm here to tell you that take everything that you see with a grain of salt and apply it in a certain way, but put it in child terms. I can't think of the child terms right now. I'm speaking to y'all as adults, for real. But when I do come to that real, how to put that in, children form, I will check back in with y'all on that one. For real. But yeah, making sure they understand that everything is not going to make sense at all. it's even some of the stuff we do as parents is not going to make sense. I need you to understand that it's not. It's just how that goes. It's just how things go. So you just trying to not try to go too much with the flow, so where you're just floating around the world, not really caring about anything. Like, don't do that, because I kind of do that. I'll just be floating and I'm giving a fuck about certain shit when I really should care. But it's just like, okay, just all right, you got that, and move on with your life. Try not to give too much energy, put too much energy into something where it does not belong and where it doesn't see fit at all, because it'll just be a waste of your time, for real, honestly. So yeah, I think because I'm losing my train of thought, y'all, for real. I don't have any notes again for y'all today, because like I said, election day today, I've been all over the place. But I just wanted to spit this out at y'all, for real. And yeah, like, that was really just the gist of everything that I wanted to get on today. Talking about making it make sense for your child when it doesn't make sense. Stop sheltering them and hiding them from the real world. Show them what everything is supposed to be like. The job is not always going to come to you easily. The money is not always going to come to you easy. Just because somebody else is doing it, or just because it's working for somebody else, doesn't mean it's going to work for you at all. Like, no, you need to put in that work. You don't know what they did to get there. You don't know the trauma, the defeats, the fails, the no's, the yeses, the maybes, the laters, or the not at alls that they got to get to where they got. So you have to choose your own life, because what they have going on have nothing to do with you. You know, this is your life, but you may not fail. I mean, you may not fail, or you will fail. Just figure out what works for you in your life, for real. And that's all you have to do to teach them, to help them avoid those depressive states once they get to our big age. You know, they don't have to, like, they just know that this is what it is. This is what it's supposed to be. Okay. All right. I know, guys, y'all probably like, why are the episodes so short lately? I realize I get a lot more traction when I have shorter episodes, because I have to, take into account that people's attention spans aren't as long as others, because not everybody are, reading books. People are scrolling on social media, watching 10-second videos. Like, that has a lot to do with our attention span. So it's just like kind of the shorter videos have been going. They've been doing good. So yeah, that's why we're keeping it short and sweet. But if you're new here, hi, this is our question of the day. And as mothers, we tend to forget to, learn ourselves and love ourselves. So here, if you listen to the pod, this is the point of our question of the day, is for us to read a random question out of our 3,000 questions about me book and answer them as authentically as we can. So that way we can learn and love ourselves, so we can be as best and present for our children. Amen. So, once I read the question, typically I answer it right away for y'all if I can, but I ask y'all to sit in it for at least 5 minutes, write it down, verbally say it, talk to someone about it, whatever you have to do, but articulate and elaborate on the question and answer it like genuinely, because nobody has to know your answer but you and God. So let's go ahead and get into our question of the day. Ooh, y'all, sorry, this light is in my eye. What is crazy? I cheat every week, y'all. This is supposed to be at random, but I'm choosing. Oh, okay, all right. I'm choosing with the question I want to choose. So this one says, "What is the best thing you bring to a friendship?" That is, y'all know I love my friends. I gotta think real deep about what I bring to a friendship. I bring authenticity, realness. I would say that's my answer. Liveliness, for sure, because I feel like as a friend, like, I had to say my job, but every time I'm around my friends and I'm in my friend groups or spending time with my friends, I feel like my point is to make them happy. Speak life to them, even if we're going through a hard time or things are not just going right for them in their life. It's like, damn, I'm supposed to be here to make you feel like life is worth living type shit, but I'm gonna also keep it real with you. Like, hey, like, just like our topic today, like, life is real. Life is gonna be hard, but hey, you got this. Keep pushing. Like, come on, time not stopping for you because you sad. You can only be sad for a second, but you gotta get yourself right back up and keep on going. Like, we're gonna be here. We're gonna mope around together. I'm gonna be there to wipe your tears, but at the same time, I'm be like, all right, it's time to stop crying. Come on. Hello. We don't have time for it. And I feel like that's one of the biggest things that I've learned so far in the various friendships that I've had with people, the ones that I don't have anymore versus the ones that I've gained. Like, that is my biggest achievement in a friendship, is just knowing that I'm keeping it real with my friends, and I can be myself around them, and also just be a whole different light to them, because everybody deserves something different. Like, not every light is the same for my friends. Like, some of my friends need a white light, while other ones need a tan light. You know, everybody needs a different light, but I feel like I'm just that light for them, as see fit, for real. And that's one of the things I'm proud of, because y'all know I love my friends. I love, like, I'll go to hell and back for my friends. And that's what's crazy, is I actually feel bad for someone that cannot ever experience that, or haven't experienced that dynamic between a friend. Because maybe if you haven't, you need to do some internal digging, because sometimes the shit that you deal with in your life is a reflection of you. Amen. So do that internal work and make sure that you don't have, the wrong things going on internally inside of yourself, which is why the things outside of yourself are going wrong. But we're going to leave that for a Wednesday's We Repeat episode, because that's about girl talking, not mom talking. But yeah, that was our question of the day. So if y'all have anything y'all want to send to me, I highly recommend to email me at momscanwine2@gmail.com. If you have any story times, any advice, any suggestions as far as topics is concerned for the episodes, any story times, like whatever y'all have, send it to me, or DM in the Instagram at momscanwine2 as well on Instagram. I'm about to say at Gmail. Or you can also reach out to me on my private Instagram at __NianiG. And yes, ladies, that's all we have for today. I want to let y'all know that y'all doing an amazing job. And no matter how today, election day, goes, I just want y'all to know that we are powerful. As women alone, that we are super powerful. We hold so much weight in this world, and keep pushing, keep striving, because we can make a lot of difference for our children. Amen. So I love y'all. Y'all are doing an amazing job being these beautiful, beautiful mommies, and I can't wait to see y'all next week. Bye.